This is the Melonare SD-1 in-ear monitor system. It costs under $120 on Amazon. This is the Sennheiser XSW, and it costs just over $500. This is a guitar that doesn't have anything to do with any of this, but I feel kind of naked with that one. Anyway, the Sennheiser isn't in a package because it's what my bandmates have been using, and I just borrowed one from our rehearsal space so I could do a comparison and let you all know if something that runs a fraction of the cost could stand up in a proper
gear battle.
Okay, so you're looking for a good gift for that musician in your life, or you're buying one for yourself, and when you're looking to pick an in-ear system, there are four main things you have to consider: range, interference handling, battery life, and of course, sound. Now, this gear battle isn't intended to be these two brands directly versus each other, but rather I just want to show if you can get something that stands up to what we use in a pro touring rig for a fifth of the cost. And if not, then how far off is it and what's the true use for it? And also at the end of the video, I'll show you everything that comes in the package for that $120. So if you've been looking to buy and want to get an idea of what the $120 for an IM can get you, well, just looking at the specs on the site is going to leave you more confused than when you got started. They don't even list all the same items. And since I have used this $500 plus Pro unit for a while now, and I've been testing this Melonare system, I'll give you the answers in plain English. I don't know what the maximum range on our Sennheiser is, and I couldn't find it listed in the specs, but I can say that the largest place we play is Starland Ballroom, and I've never had it cut out in any way. The Melonare lists its max range as 200 feet, which if you think about it is 2/3 of an American football field. I don't think I can think of a gig where you'd be that far from your rig, no rhyme intended, perhaps even if you're playing an arena. But I wanted to test it, and especially after seeing some comments from people saying that signal broke up when moving to the other side of walls. So I plugged it in, ran one of my mixes through the Axe-Fx as a sound card, and took a walk from my studio up the stairs, across the house, and up the next set of stairs. And well, no cutouts or pops or static or anything. So I'm not sure if it's an updated design they sent me, or if the complaints came from people with freaking iron walls or what, but the range was not affected by any barriers that I could come up with. One of the biggest issues with wireless gear, especially at gigs with multiple bands all using a plethora of wireless gear of their own, is how well your unit handles interference. Some have automatic switching, some just let you click, click, click until you find a clear channel, and some just suck at it. So the $500 unit has held up great in these situations, as you would expect, or we wouldn't keep using it. And surprisingly, it actually has a lower frequency range than the $120 Melonare. Now, manufacturers will generally use the lower ranges for better distance on the unit and penetration through walls and the like. But since we already saw that there wasn't a problem with the higher range on the less expensive unit, it actually theoretically makes it more robust in dealing with interference. And my experience insofar as I could test it was good. It's got 10 channels to choose from, and within those, they will do frequency hopping to keep you in good audio. Now, I wasn't able to try the Melonare at a gig full of wireless units competing for signal, but I did turn on every wireless rig and every other IEM I have, and even my Bluetooth speakers for good measure. No problems, cool. $500 gets you about 6 hours of life out of a pair of AA batteries. $120 gets you 5 hours of life out of a pair of AA batteries that on this one are rechargeable. Either way, if you're playing a gig that long, then you should be watching videos on which private jet to buy, not how to get a good in-ear system for a reasonable cost. I mean, you do charge or change your batteries between every gig, right? Guys, this is where I thought there would really be a noticeable difference. Both units come with earbuds, and honestly, both earbuds are not my favorite. Either sounds a bit thin and tinny, so I plugged in my JBL buds that I use on stage and tried them on the Melonare for the most equal comparison, and I was pretty pleasantly surprised. I'm going to say here that I had a different company ask me to review an IM device, and I sent it back without ever doing a video because, well, honestly, it sounded like an old AM radio no matter what I did. So when I plugged in the JBL buds and started the music on the Melonare, I was pretty happy. I'm not going to say it sounds every bit as good as the $500 system, but dang if it's not pretty freaking close. It's a little bit more thin, and I had a touch of staticky noise underneath that is less pronounced when I'm using the Sennheiser at rehearsal. 1/5 the cost, and I would say like 90% of the sound quality. Surprising. So if you're in the market for IEMs that don't break the bank or looking to buy a gift that's reasonable, I can definitely say that my own test of this Melonare SD-1 was actually quite good. If you have any questions, please leave them below, and as promised, a quick look at what it all comes with. Okay, in the box you get all of the standard stuff that you expect, and it's packed in like 2 layers. You've got the transmitter on the top, it's got 2 inputs in the back, 1 in the front. Then under the other layer here, You've got 2 receivers, so you can actually power 2 different instruments with this, or 2 different players, and the earbuds for them are included, of course. There's the other earbuds. Under that, you've got the rechargeable batteries, the power unit, and then the 1/4-inch cable to plug into your audio source.